protection. Next lesson is general occupation, alara, occupational therapy, and CPR. This is the rule for the selecting some to assist patient in the radiologist's radiographic room. Male older than 18 years is preferred, however, the female who is older than 18 years and not pregnant may also assist. The individual must provide with personal protective apparel. The individual must be as far as possible from the usual beam. The individual must not stand in the path of useful beam. Summary: time, distance, and shielding all the principal guidelines for the reducing radiographic exposure. Monitor, evaluate their effectiveness. The principal scattering object is the patient. Other include the X-ray table, buckets, short cover, and control booth wall. It is important to be familiar with the patient guidelines established by the NCRP reports. Medical X-ray, electron beam, and the gamma rays production for the energy up to 50 MeV. Equipment design, performance, and use 1989. NCRP report number 102, radiation productions and medical and the allied health personnel 1989. NCR report number 105, and the limited of the exposure of ionization radiation 1993. NCRP number 116. The mechanical restraining device should be used to immobilize the patient part when necessary during the radiographic examination. Personal occupation exposure to radiations must never assist patient during the radiographic examinations. If some is required to assist a patient during the examination, it is essential to radiation safety guidelines be adhered to. There are several NCRP recommendations regarding the productions during the fluoroscopy procedure and procedure with which the radiographer should be familiar. Radiation productions rule, time, distance, and shielding. Inverse square law is the primary barrier, protect from the useful beam. Secondary barrier, protect from the scattered and leakage radiation. The annual characteristic lead reference, X-ray attenuation at PB lead thickness 0.25, 77 kbp and 100 kbp में thickness 75 kbp and 2.5 60%, 51%. 50 में 0.50 mm में 88%, 75%. 1 में 99%, 94%. This is the thickness and the summary. Next, the cardinal principle of the radiation production are time, distance, and shielding. The primary barrier protect from the useful beam, for example wall and through the radiography room. The secondary barrier protect from the source to leakage and the scattered radiation, for example X-ray house, tube housing. The patient The secondary barrier, example control panel, lead apron will not afford protection from the primary beam. There are the several NCRP recommendations with which the radiographer should be familiar regarding to the required thickness and use the protective shielding. The pregnant radiographer should arrive her supervisor of her conditions as soon as possible. The pregnant radiographer wear a second radiation monitor at the wrist level under the lead apron. The most occupational exposure is received in fluoroscopy. The most occupational exposure is in fluoroscopy and the mobile X-ray radiography. Siam. Exercise. Each time an X-ray photon is scattered, its intensity at 1 meter from the scattered object is what fraction and fraction of its origin intensity? 1/1000. D answer. If an individual receives 45 mR while standing 4 feet from the source of radiation 2 minutes, which of the options lead below will most effectively reduce his radiation exposure? Here rule is I1 square into upon I2 square is equal to distance square oblique distance 2 square. I1 I2 I1 D1 square D2 square is equal to both between there is square. How much the protection is provided to 100 kV while using 0.5 mm? 88 maybe. Here answer of first question is D. Second question answer is B. Standing 5 feet from the source for 1 minute. And third answer is 75.50 in 100 kV will 75%. Next question is radiation dose the personnel reduce following exposure code guidelines. Exposure code on the mobile equipment must allow the operator be at least 6 feet from the tube. Exposure code fixed equipment must allow the operator 6 feet from the exit tube. Exposure fixed unit equipment should be coiled expandable. So answer is 1A. Fourth one only. And fifth, which of the following group of exposure factor will deliver to least exposure in the patient? Least exposure means 10 MAS 100 kV. Fifth A. And sixth, this some patients such as the infant child are unable to stay in the necessary radiographic positions required for assistance. Mechanical sustaining device cannot be used. Who is the following best suited to hold these patients? The answer is friend or relative. C. The answer is A of fourth question. Answer is A of fifth question. Answer is answer is C of sixth question. Seventh one question is which of the following is guideline to use reduced personnel and the patient dose in fluoroscopy? Maximum table intensity in 10 rem, maximum SSG, maximum SSG 20 inch, minimum filtrations 2.5 and equivalent. So answer will be first and third, I think so. So answer is C of seventh question. Which of the following is feature of the fluoroscopy equipment designed especially for the eliminate unnecessary radiation to patient and the personnel? Protective curtain, filtration, collimation. All of three answer. The D answer. The ninth one is how high primary radiation barrier must At least B. 8 feet, I think. How is the how primary how high primary relation barrier must at be 8th. The ninth question is maybe 7. The answer is D for this question. Question number 9. The the height should be barrier. The height should be 7 feet. The protective control booth from which radiographer make X-ray is secondary barrier. The B answer. Thank you.